one ended on such a jaw-dropping note. How does season two raise the stakes, both in terms of the story and the chaos at God You?
How do the stakes get raised in this season? How don't they get raised?
Raised. I
You
really
know?
do feel like the whole show went through like puberty.
Yeah, totally. There's definitely been some really big growth spurts. I mean, the last season ended with this huge divide between the homies. I don't know if we can even say homies anymore.
Yeah.
It's Kate and Sam versus everybody else, basically. And so when we pick up in the next season, we experience all of the tension that comes from that, and
Yeah,
yeah.
the tension and it, you pick up like 8 months later. So everyone is meets their characters in a very new way,
Mm-hmm,
and the
mm-hmm.
relationships are so much more different.
Yeah, and
Like,
we don't want to give too much away, but there
oh,
is like but they're not saying that you just did, but like but to preface, I don't want to give too much away, but there is a huge mystery that unfolds in this next season that
Okay.
really ups the stakes in a really huge way.
it's so good.
Hmm.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, your characters had some surprising arcs last season. Without spoiling too much, how do they evolve this time around? Like you said, it's been 8 months that's passed.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mean, at least for Emma, you kind of meet her in the stages of grief. And over the course of the season, she's, this idea of trying to be a hero, but also who you are. And having those two identities merge can be really messy. So I think growth is and integration is messy. And I think that's kind of her arc this season. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I think Kate had an interesting arc last season, but it sort of it was definitely setting up for where she is right now because she was being very heavily manipulated in the first season, and that led to a lot of choices. And she ended up not agreeing with the person that was manipulating her, but that didn't actually make her end up on the same side as everybody else,
Yeah.
which was a really interesting twist, actually. And so when we pick up in the next season, you see that she's still in this spot that is not the same spot as everybody else. And so there's going to be, a lot of yeah, try not to give too much away here, but yeah, there's a lot of different changes in perspective along the way. But what's so interesting about this show is that even though you think that might lead to a specific conclusion, you're often mistaken. So, yeah, the arc is like it's like where's it going? It's really it's complex and it's unpredictable, and yeah.